Hey guys, welcome back to Walk and Study. Today, we are going to go over some Halloween vocabulary. As we practice these words, we will be walking through a store called Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween is a store that is only open during the Halloween season, and, as you can see, it sells everything you need to celebrate Halloween. The words we will go over today are all excellent words for describing Halloween and talking about scary things related to Halloween. Let's get started. Our first word is spooky. Spooky is an adjective and it means ghostly in a way that causes fear. Putting spooky into a sentence, we could say, "The haunted house looked very spooky at night." Since the haunted house makes you afraid in a way that makes you think of ghosts, you can use the word spooky to describe it. Our next word is boogeyman. Boogeyman is a noun, and it is an evil spirit or creature that is used to frighten children. To put boogeyman into a sentence, we could say, "The little girl watched her closet door open slowly and saw the glowing eyes of the boogeyman." We could also say, "The boogeyman lives under your bed." Our next word is trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating is a verb, and it is something that many children do during Halloween. On Halloween, children dress up in costumes and knock on people's doors. When someone opens the door, the children say, "Trick or treat," and the person gives them candy. In the past, when someone did not give the children candy, they would play tricks or pranks on those people, which was the trick part of trick or treat. Our next word is carve. Carve is a verb, and it means to cut something in order to make a design or create an object. Putting carve into a sentence, we could say, "Stephanie and Tim carved their initials into the rotten tree." So Stephanie and Tim cut their names into the old dying tree. We could also say, "The evil clown used a big knife to carve a smile into his face." Our next word is jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern is a noun, and it is a pumpkin that has a face cut into it. Putting jack-o'-lantern into a sentence, we can say, "Larry spent the afternoon carving jack-o'-lanterns with his family." So Larry and his family spent the afternoon cutting faces into pumpkins. During Halloween, many American families carve jack-o'-lanterns and put them in front of their house. Our next word is supernatural. Supernatural is an adjective, and we use it to describe something that we can't explain with science or the laws of nature. Putting supernatural into a sentence, we could say, "The Twilight book series is about two groups of supernatural creatures, werewolves and vampires." So the Twilight books are about two groups of creatures that cannot be explained by science, vampires and werewolves. Our next word is frightful. Frightful is an adjective that we would use to describe something very unpleasant, serious, or shocking. Putting frightful into a sentence, we could say, "The frightful witch said she would cast a spell to turn me into a worm." So the very unpleasant witch said she would use her magic to turn me into a worm. We could also say, "I called my sister to tell her about the frightful accident that I saw." So I called my sister to tell her about the unpleasant and shocking accident that I saw. Our next word is disguise. Disguise can be both a noun and a verb. When used as a noun, disguise means a costume that changes the way one looks and hides one's identity. Putting disguise into a sentence, we could say, "For Halloween, your uncle always has the best disguises." The word costume and the word disguise are very related words, and you will often hear people talk about Halloween costumes rather than Halloween disguises. The main difference between a costume and a disguise is that a disguise is often meant to hide a person's identity, while a costume is just meant to make a person look a certain way. As I mentioned, disguise can also be used as a verb, and when used as a verb, disguise means the actions someone takes to change the way he or she looks in order to hide their identity. For example, we could say, "So he wouldn't get caught by the police, the criminal disguised himself as a trick-or-treater." So the criminal hid his identity by dressing up as a child who was trick-or-treating. Our next word is gravestone. Gravestone is a noun, and it is a stone that you put by someone's grave to show where they are buried. Often, a gravestone will have the person's name, the date they were born, and the date they died carved into it. To use gravestone in a sentence, we could say, "As the zombie crawled out of the ground, he knocked over his own gravestone." We could also say, "When I went to the cemetery at midnight, I saw the ghost sitting on the gravestone." Our next word is bizarre. Bizarre is an adjective, and it means very strange or unusual, something you wouldn't expect to see. Using bizarre in a sentence, we could say, "I saw something very bizarre in my closet last night." So I saw something very strange and unusual in my closet. Perhaps the boogeyman. Our next word is haunted. Haunted is an adjective, and it means a place where ghosts like to go. To use haunted in a sentence, we could say, "The brave children went into the sewer, even though they knew it was haunted by a demon called It." So the brave children went into the sewer, even though they knew it was a place where It liked to go. We could also say, "A ghost named Nearly Headless Nick haunted Hogwarts in the Harry Potter books." Our next word is gruesome. Gruesome is an adjective, and it means something that causes disgust and horror. Using gruesome in a sentence, you might say, "At the gruesome crime scene, the police discovered the victim's body parts." So the crime scene was gruesome because the police only found body parts. We could also say, "The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a gruesome horror film because it shows many people being murdered in disgusting ways." Our next word is apparition. Apparition is a noun, and it means a ghost or a ghost-like image of a person. Using apparition in a sentence, we could say, "Last night, I saw an apparition that looked like my grandfather in the mirror." So last night, I saw a ghost or an image that looked like a ghost in the mirror. All right, with that, we've gone over some essential vocabulary for Halloween. As always, subscribe below, give us a like if you found the video helpful, and let us know in the comments section what else you'd like to learn about or see in our next walk and study lesson. Thanks guys, take care.